guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. So, my last couple bins here that have to do with my fall winter wax stash is mostly going to be things that I would melt from Thanksgiving onward. Although I do have a bin that's specifically like citrus with orange in it, so I got a couple oddballs in here. But this is primarily going to be everything that has to do with pine, balsam, spice, Christmas, winter, icy, that kind of stuff. So, let's start off with the oddballs though. I've got a blue grotto, which really doesn't classify with anything. I should have left it in the video before. But it is a very interesting mix of orange and botanicals. And it's not Christmassy at all, but it's just something that I will keep in my citrus bin. So then we get to the stuff that makes more sense, like sweet orange pomander. And I have this in a brick and bar. Oh, this is so good. And this is like Thanksgiving through to March. And of course, I'll start working on it in September. But this is everything that has to do with holiday spices with this beautiful dried orange on the back. It's so good. Then we have the wonderful Wassail Wonderland, which is really funny because I melt it every year and somehow still end up with what feels like as much of a stack as I had the year before. This is a very Christmas specific, very holiday scent. So it's got lots of orange, and then it has some tree. I think it has a little bit of spice. It is a beautiful mold spiced orange scent that I look forward to melting every year around Thanksgiving and after. Then we have one that is new this year that I think I'm going to really enjoy around Thanksgiving, and that is Sips of Cider. My husband loves this. As I was testing it out in August, he came in, and one of the few things he really complimented me on was, "What is that amazing orange smell you got going on?" And that was this. My only regret is what they named it, because with Sips of Cider, you think you're going to be getting like a mid-fall apple cider. You're getting a spiced orange, cardamom, ginger bomb. It's so good. It's deep. It's kind of dry spice too, so it's just really complex, and I think in cold weather it's going to be fabulous. I just wish that they'd named it something else so people weren't expecting something that they weren't going to be getting. Then I have Mandarin Moon, which is just the most beautiful smell. I'll be melting this from now, probably through till after Thanksgiving. Oh, it's the perfect spot on orange spice scent. Best one I think they've ever made. And it is more fall than, say, your sweet orange pomander, which reads a little more holiday for me. It's more juicy orange, and it's more gentle spices. It's perfection. Absolutely love this one. And then I have a whole pile downstairs of mulled cider and spice, which to me is, it is such a va-va-voom smell. This scent overtakes everything. It's juicy, it's flamboyant, it's dramatic. Oh, it is the best Christmas cider smell ever. And I really do not know why last year's Christmas holiday trio, it just sits in clearance. I think it was the best trio they've ever made. Just shows what my taste is like, right? But this was in it. I love it. I have a whole pile. So that's everything that was in my spicy and orangey bin, which I've got multiples of. Next, we're going to go to like the icy scents that typically aren't my favorite, but my girls love them. So I have one bar of Olaf Warm Hugs, which to me is beautiful, but I can barely smell it. It's like ice and vanilla. And my younger daughter likes to melt this in her room. And I guess if you're just going for crisp air that just has a hint of scent, this is your bar. All right, the next one in this group is going to be Peppermint Dreams. And I've never melted this. I got it in the flash sale, I think the same time as my first eye-opening bar of Jack's Obsession. But this smells amazing. It's like a peppermint patty, but there's a sweetness to it, so it's not too sharp. Beautiful. Chocolate peppermint. Kind of reminds me of a thin mint, too. If this melts like it smells, it's going to be amazing. Then we have a bar of Polar Bear Hug, and this is one I do love. This has been around for forever with Scentsy, and it is the most beautiful, interesting scent. It's perfumey. I believe it has blackberry and musk and like jam and amber. So good. This is just so unique, and I really enjoy melting it. Another one that I really enjoy, because I'm not much on peppermint, is Whiteout. And this I've only got a couple bars of, or a couple half bars of at this point. But this is apple and peppermint and a little bit of tree, I think. Fantastic. I really, really enjoy that. Then I have 2 bars left of the beautiful Huckleberry Wreath, which was an unusual scent that they did for Christmas time quite a while ago. It was in just the fall winter catalog, but it was very Christmassy. It's the best huckleberry note that Scentsy makes with fir tree. Gorgeous smell. I would love to see this come back and bring back my bar. It is so nice. Then I have a huge pile downstairs of Slay All Day because my younger daughter loves this. This is the best juniper smell. It's so good. It's crisp, like clean, sharp, wintry air with juniper. Amazing. I'm so glad I got a whole stash. And then we have the classy and classic Silver Bells, which is its own smell. There's nothing like it anywhere else. It's mint and pear and sugar, brown sugar. Most interesting combination. It makes a lovely wintertime scent. Very fresh, very clean, very crisp, very beautiful. Then the new blue scent, which to me blows all the rest of these guys out of the water, is Frosted Vanilla. It is the blue smell I've been asking Scentsy to make since I started melting this company 10 years ago. I cannot get enough of this. This is the best birch vanilla. There's mint in here, but like you can't discern it. It's just one of the layers. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to melt tons of this at Christmas time. Fresh, amazing, woodsy scent. So good. Then we get into everything that's going to get like a really Thanksgiving and Christmassy. Homestead Holiday. Oh, is this good? I had this in my club. I'm so glad I do because they got rid of it. Oh, this is so hearth and home Christmas time. I believe this has blood orange, cinnamon stick, and fir needle. And it's its own bar. They've never made anything quite like it. It's incredibly emotional and nostalgic. So good. I usually start melting that around Thanksgiving and on into Christmas. Here is Elizabeth Quinn's favorite bar Scentsy's ever made and ever will make. Cozy Fireside. Moment of silence. Took it out of my club like a nut. But so many of you have mailed me bars and good for a long time. Thank you so much. This is my emotional connection to my childhood. In Christmas. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. It's every good thing. I cry every time I smell this. Every good thing from my childhood Christmases. It's amazing what scent can do to jog your memory for good and bad. And in this case, it's so good. And I'm really, truly so grateful to all of you who have helped me to preserve that emotional connection of my Christmases in my childhood, which were wonderful. Everything in this bar just brings me right back there so fast. So it's got smoky ginger and this sense of warmth that is hard to describe. It is my favorite bar of all time from Scentsy. Thank you. Next I've got Be Merry, which doesn't make me cry, thankfully. This was the scent of the month of November one year, and it's so good. This is like the perfect, if you're only going to get one for Christmas, perfect scent for Christmas. It's got tree, it's got cassis, it's got red berries. It is lovely. Feels very vintage to me, this one, and Homestead Holiday both do. So good. Here's another whole bar that I got to stuff my nose in. That one only had one cube. Oh yeah. It's so good. I'm so glad that they still have this. I'm going to have to put this in my club next year in case they're thinking of getting rid of it like they did Homestead Holiday. Be Merry is just amazing. It's perfect. All right, next is Red Berry and Spruce, which was originally Scents of the Season, then it got in the catalog, now it's gone, it's in my club. This is so good. This is like, if the other one was vintage old-fashioned Christmas, this one's like new Christmas. This one's like reinterpreted Christmas nostalgia. Red berries, this beautiful blue spruce note, which is what makes this such a good bar. Some raspberry, it's light, it's floaty, but it's totally Christmassy. So good. Oh man, great bar. All right, then I have a bar of Perfect Peppermint, which is totally for my daughter because it's just plain peppermint, and I like it, but I don't love peppermint. It's nice, you know. Then we have what is probably the most crowd-pleasing Christmas nostalgic classic, and that is Christmas Cottage. This is an amazing bar. I do really like it. It just doesn't hit me quite the same in the heart as a couple of those others do. But this is beautiful. It's got Valencia orange, raspberry, cinnamon stick, and it's beautiful. It's warm, and this is so cottagecore. Like, you know, you've got your different styles, And this bar is so cottagecore. That's just the best thing I can say about it. Okay, then I have a couple bars left of Snow-Kissed Cranberry, which was another November scent of the month. I'm surprised this one's not still in the catalog. This is a gentle, light body care cranberry with a little bit of like a sparkly, woodsy quality. It's so nice. It's sort of like Frosted Cranberry from Bath & Body Works, but not as rich. It was very good, but it's kind of light, so, not their best performer. It's a great mix. Then I have half of a clam left of Cozy Cranberry, which is from way back, the Cozy collection. This is nice, but every time I melt it, it gets this weird note. It's supposed to have like almond frangipane and then cranberry tart. It's weird. It's interesting. Oh man. Next we've got Cranberry Garland. I am sad that this left the catalog. We don't have anything like it. I don't have a bar in here, but Spiced Ember Glow is one that I'll probably eventually get a bar of. That was new last year, and I just don't love it the way I love a lot of the ones that I have in this collection. But I think it sort of replaced Cozy Fireside and Cranberry Garland. To me, it just does not add up. These are better. Cranberry Garland is the perfect Thanksgiving scent. It's got sage, it's got acorns, it's got deep cranberry. It's so good. It's such a Scentsy classic. We have got to vote this thing back. And we've got to vote back Cozy Fireside. All right, what else do I have in here? Ooh, Pomegranate Prosecco. I've just got half a bar of this just because not really my thing. I'll probably melt it on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I mean, it's bubbly. It's got rosé berry. It has wine. It has some pomegranatiness. It's good. It's okay. Can you tell this is like the third or fourth video I've done today? I'm sorry. Oh, and then we're getting this one back and bring back my bar, Spiced Berries. This is a great scent for like New Year's through to February. This is so nice. I love deep and dark scents. It's amazing, and I'm so glad we're getting it back. This is smoldery, sophisticated, deep wintry goodness with the berries, and I don't know exactly if there's incense in here. I think there is. It's excellent. All right, then I have Cinnamon Bear. Oh, Cinnamon Bear is good, and I usually melt this from Thanksgiving through to February. I love mixing this around the campfire. This is such good cinnamon. If you're afraid of cinnamon and it really physically hurts you, I would never say to melt this. But if you just think you don't like cinnamon, give this thing a try. It is so good, you guys, and it's great when it's super cold outside. Next comes one of my favorites, which really straddles fall and winter for me. Clove and cinnamon. Since I cannot get Cozy Fireside anymore, I've been melting more clove and cinnamon because like the base of Cozy Fireside is clove and cinnamon. It just has a lot more layers on it. But oh man, this is the most warm, amazing scent. This is one that I always put in my club, and along with Maple Apple Bourbon and some of those others, really defines my home and how I like my spaces to smell. So good. And it lasts forever. Okay, I've got a couple half bars of Jeweled Pomegranate, which of all the pomegranate scents that Scentsy's done, this one was my favorite. It's mellow, and it's almost like a spiced bowl of pomegranate punch. It's got a little bit of like a tangerine note, a little bit of spice. It was very good. It just didn't throw super well. I have one bar of Scarlet Woods, because this is something that I got in the flash sale. I didn't think I liked it. This was an old SOTM from December, like a long time ago. It's actually grown on me probably since I've last smelled it several years ago. This is a good after Christmas smell to go with your spiced berries, your jeweled pomegranate. It's just that kind of a scent. Then I've got half a bar left of Snowberry, which for some people was probably this year's Scentsy Heartbreak. I can kind of take or leave this bar. It doesn't really matter to me. It's good. It's very nice. It's very different, and I am sad that we lost it for those who really enjoyed it. It had loganberry, peppermint, cinnamon, strawberry. It was really weird, but very good and very classic Scentsy. So I hope most of you that adored it had it in your club. Ooh, Candied Cranberry Pecan. This is so good. This, I almost got the Christmas in July bundle for pretty much just this bar, but I didn't want the rest of them because I already had multiples of most. This is very nice. This would be nice to get back and bring back my bar too. This has brandied plum. It's got some spice, and it's got lovely candied cranberries, and then that pecan note. It's a unique bar. Very warm, very good for around Thanksgiving. And then last but not least in here, before I knew we were getting spiced berries back and to bring back my bar, I'd stocked up also on Joy and Wonder, because this is another deep dark berry incense scent. and it's very good. This is just a little updated more than spiced berries. I love them both. I like these a lot. It's like a deep dark mulled wine scent. Oh, so good. So last but not least, because it holds a really special place in my heart, I am very much a tree scent girl. So just know that what you see here, between all these different scents, there's probably 30 more bars in the basement. I know it's a terrible thing to confess, but I love my tree scents. I do not want to be without them. And because I don't really feel like carrying them all in my club, because I only melt them between, Thanksgiving and January 1st, I just stock up on them and then hoard them. I'm really bad that way. So my husband's favorite is Just For You. So I've got like 4 or 5 of this. It's so good. And this one I'll start melting late October because it's not like too Christmas specific. It's blackberries and it's fir. It's a really good woodsy, juicy scent. It's so nice. Then we have the Icicles and Evergreen, which of all these is probably my least favorite. This is one that we got as the scent of the month. This one cannot make up its mind whether it's an apple scent, a fresh scent, or a tree scent. So I think that's why most people love it and why I'm just kind of like, it's okay. So I'll melt it. I'll enjoy the rest of the bars that I have, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get more of that one. Now, one that I do love, and it is in my club for myself and my best friend, is the beautiful Mysterious Black Forest Pine. Oh, this was last December's bar of the month. Oh my gosh. This is so good, you guys. It's got peppered tangerine. It's got these layers of smoky vanilla. This one's scary good. They knocked it out of the park last year with these layered, saturated scents. It's amazing. I'm very surprised that this didn't end up in our catalog. I'm really glad that I put it in my club. It's incredible. Then I got another one that's a little simpler. It's called Feelin' Pine. I think I have 2 bars of this left. This is good. This was in one of our holiday trios. This is pretty much just nice pine. Now, living where I live, I have had the opportunity to cut down a ton of Christmas trees over the years and also work with lots and lots and lots of live greens at Christmas time. That smell, when you are crafting wreaths, working on roping, doing arrangements, is one of the most nostalgic things in my entire life. And all of these different bars give me like a different note on that because real greenery is just one of the most heavenly things God ever created as far as scent. So this Feelin' Pine is pretty good for pine, like a white pine, or there are a couple different pines. Scotch isn't real fun to work with. White pine is the best. So this smells a lot like that. Oh, then we have one that is in my club. That is Farmhouse Fir. And this I start melting usually in November because this one is grapefruit and fir. It's so good. It's gentle. It's not so much Christmas as it is just holidays in general when the weather gets cold. Oh, I love this bar. It's so good, you guys. It's so good. So I've got like 5 of these, and I keep arguing, well, you're only going to go through like 1 a year because you've got all these different smells. And then the other side of my head's like, no, you can't get rid of that because it's never going to come back and bring back my bar. So it stays in my club. Anyway, okay, then I've got 2 of Iced Pine, which thankfully came back in the catalog. I was a little nervous just because we had all these different pine scents that came out last year. This is a classic. This is the sharpest of them all. This is like, boom, cleaner pine. But it's so good, and it's got a kiss of peppermint. I just love all of these. I know there are many consultants that when they get to the tree scents, they get nervous and they don't like them. I love them. You could like dip me in them. They're so good. And then, my favorite, I think I've covered all the other ones. Whoops, nope, I got a couple more. All right, we'll talk about those anyway. My favorite from last year is hands down Mighty Pine. I have 10 or 12 of these, guys. It's breaking records for me hoarding. 10 or 12 of these in my basement. Oh. It's mountain air, lavender, and pine. Why we didn't put lavender with our pine sooner, I do not know. This is like eye-opening. Such a good Christmassy scent. It's so Christmas specific. Like, I'm probably not going to melt this before I start putting up Christmas trees. Oh, is it good? Which, of course, is like usually right around Thanksgiving. Sometimes before, because I have a Christmas tree decorating addiction. This is so good. I just cannot say enough about that. I'm so sad it didn't come back in the catalog. All right, then I have a couple other greeny scents in here that sort of meet that almost tree, but not quite. Happy Holidays is interesting. It's got pear. It's got some very woodsy notes. And I do like it. I'll usually melt this more like Thanksgiving, and I've got like 2 half bars left I need to work through. That was from a Christmas trio. Ooh, and then last year, they brought this out around Christmas time, and it is so nice. It's like a sweet tree scent. This is so nostalgic. Whatever they shoved into this bar for notes, it's hard to describe, but it's like a sugary sweet Christmas treat. It's a very 1980s like air freshener in the best way. Growing up in the 80s, always watching all of those Christmas specials with Donald and Mickey and Pluto and the Chipmunks, the Chip and Dale, oh, those 2 stinkers. This bar was such a wonderful thing to get last year. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully they'll bring that back again this Christmas. So then we have Pretty in Plaid, which I've got 4 cubes left of. This is probably my least favorite tree scent. It's weird. It's got wintergreen, it's got cranberry. I usually mix this with snow-kissed cranberry, actually. It's okay. It just doesn't hit me in the heart like some of these others do. And I think, oh yes, last but not least, just not knowing which of these was going to get the boot, I also got like 7 very snowy spruces last year because I just didn't know. We had icicles and evergreen, mighty pine, and black forest pine that all, and then the Disney one. They all came out within a month of each other. Which ones were they going to get rid of in the catalog and put in new ones? It ended up being icicles and evergreen that they put in, and thankfully they didn't take out anything important. Very Snowy Spruce is probably the most popular of all the tree scents. I like it. It just, again, it's funny what your emotions select as nostalgic and then other things are just nice. For me, this is just nice. It's an excellent smell. I love melting it. But it's not nostalgic or heartstring pulling like your farmhouse fir or even the mighty pine or the black forest pine. But this is excellent, excellent, excellent. Really good, warm, amber and spruce and pine cones. Beautiful smell. So guys, that is everything for my fall winter. Now if you didn't watch my brick video, I also have a brick and a little bit more of one called Crimson Berry Christmas. Very, very nostalgic scent. And then 2 whole bricks of my Sweet Orange Pomander. And those are extremely emotionally charged, great Christmas smells for me. That is pretty much my whole winter and fall, Christmassy, icy, all that kind of stuff. Pumpkin, apple, spices, everything that I own. I hope you guys have enjoyed this and that it was entertaining and that it brought back some wonderful memories for you, or it sparked your interest to try something new. So, a lot of this is available in the catalog. Some of it, maybe the next time there's a Bring Back My Bar, you could vote for some of these things. My top favorites that I've got that I absolutely want back someday to Bring Back My Bar are Cozy Fireside, then Rustic Lodge, and then I'm kind of drawing a blank, but there are a couple others. I really like the Cranberry Pumpkin and Spice, and maybe Whiteout as far as things that I would really enjoy to see back. So have a great day, and thank you so much for staying with me through all 3 parts of my fall winter wax stash. Bye bye guys.